Hi, my name is Thomas Hansen and I am going here to live create a chat client in a very short amount of time. One of the main unique selling points behind Gaia Ajax Widgets is that the time to market will decrease drastically if you use it. I'm going to start by creating a new website just using the defaults. Then I'm going to have to add up a reference to Gaia. In addition, I am going to drag in a couple of skins. Notice that everything I do here is basically like taking Gaia out of the box after downloading it and doing it yourself. Then I'm going to slightly modify my toolbox. And into this new toolbox pane, I'm going to drag the gaia.webwidgets.dll. This will populate my toolbox with the Gaia Ajax Widgets controls. Then from design view, Gaia has 100% or 95% design view support. I'm going to add up a couple of controls. I'm going to start with a Gaia Ajax button, which I make a little bit bigger and give a normal text to. Then in addition to the Gaia button, I'm going to add up a Gaia Ajax window. I'm going to resize it slightly, give it a caption, and I'm going to use a CSS class named macOSX, which is a part of the skins that comes with Gaia. Now I need to actually drag this CSS file onto the web form to include it into my web form. As you can see here, by doing this drag operation, I now included link, href, skin, macOSX, etc. That's about it. I'm going to make the window default invisible, and from the button on click event handler, I'm going to set the window visible to true. Now we can actually already test this solution after adding up a web.config with debugging enabled, of course, and we can actually already see a small result. We have a window which is resizable, maximizable, minimizable, closable, etc., which we can move around and play with, but that was not our objective. But this is basically the boilerplate we need to create our chat client. I am going to here add up a text box, Gaia text box. It's important to not use any of the native controls if you have Gaia alternatives. Here it is. Then right next to this one, I'm going to add up a button. I'm going to set the button's caption to add chat item. I'm going to have to slightly increase the size of my window. Then underneath this, I'm basically just going to use a Gaia Ajax label to show the chat items in. Then in addition to this, I'm going to need some kind of way to periodically poll the server to check to see if there are any new chat items. In addition to that, I need some kind of wrapper around my chat items. I'm just gonna use the session here. Of course you would not do that in a normal chat client. Then from within the add chat items click event handler, I'm gonna basically just append in front of the newly given chat, and then from the timer tick event, I'm basically just gonna set the label one.text equals chat items, and that's about it. Show the chat window, create a chat item showing that chat item, and of course we can format it a little bit better. Now of course this doesn't work in a multi-user solution because I'm using the session, but if I'm using the application object instead, it will actually work in a multi-user solution. I can actually demonstrate that single fact very easily. Now if I add up chat here, we'll see it appear in both windows hopefully. Why not? Because I forgot to change the setter. Howdy doody. Yoo-hoo. Of course it should probably have been more nicely formatted. In fact I can actually do that quite easy by just adding a div inside the window. With some margin. And that's about it. How many minutes did I spend? Yeah, I think you get the idea. To use Gaia is basically like saying yes to time to market. Thank you for listening. And I'll be supplying the code for download to reproduce this for yourself. Feel free to visit us anytime at ajaxwidgets.com. Gaia Ajax Widgets is open source and freely available for download. Goodbye.